Welcome to Gallery Jungkook, a place where every smile, glance, and precious moment of Jungkook is captured for us to cherish together. Here we will walk through every story, from dazzling stages to simple moments that touch the heart. Get ready to relive the spark that made us fall in love with the charm of the Golden Magne. Because in Gallery Jungkook, every second is a memory. Hi Army. Sebelum kita mulai, Tarik napas dalam-dalam. Tutup mata sebentar, dan ingatlah. Bagaimana rasanya pertama kali kalian jatuh cinta pada momen kesal antara Jungkook dan Taehyung. Bukan saat mereka berdiri di panggung mega, tapi ketika tatapan sederhana atau senyum singkat mereka membuat hati kita bergetar. Hari ini, aku ingin mengajak kalian berjalan menyusuri kenangan. Momen-momen yang mungkin luput dari kamera, tersembunyi di balik sorokan, tapi tetap abadi di hati kita. Siapkan hati kalian. Karena kita akan melihat sisi Taekook yang mungkin belum pernah kalian saksikan sebelumnya. Bayangkan, lampu panggung mulai meredup, sorotan cahaya hanya tertuju pada dua sosok yang berdiri tak jauh dari satu sama lain. Di tengah riuhnya teriakan army, ada momen kesal. Momen yang mungkin luput dari mata kebanyakan orang. Tatapan itu, senyum itu, dan jerikan kesal yang hanya dimengerti mereka berdua. Early days in the dorm, 2013. When BTS had just formed, the world only knew them as a rookie group struggling to make their mark. But behind the cameras, there was the story of two young men who didn't yet fully understand the meaning of fame. Jungkook, the shy magne who rarely spoke, often spent time alone in a corner of the dorm. Taehyung, with his warm and spontaneous personality, was one of the first to try to open that door. There's a story from old staff members saying that one night, Taehyung knocked on Jungkook's door just to hand him a warm cup of ramen, saying, "You shouldn't eat alone." This small moment, though never caught on camera, became the start of a bond. Years of hard training, 2014 to 2015. Hours of dance practice often left BTS members exhausted, especially Jungkook, who was still a teenager. In some old recordings that were rarely made public, Taehyung can be seen quietly preparing a water bottle for Jungkook every time they took a break. On one occasion, when Jungkook had a minor ankle injury, Taehyung sat beside him in the corner of the practice room, gently massaging it and saying, "Don't push yourself too hard." Years later, ARMY who discovered the clip still talked about how sincere that moment felt. First overseas tour, 2015. Amid the euphoria of BTS's first international concert, there was fear and nervousness few people knew about. Young Jungkook felt awkward being far from home, especially facing large crowds in a foreign country. An eyewitness from the team said that on the first night at the hotel, Taehyung knocked on Jungkook's door and invited him to sit on the balcony, just to look at the city lights. They didn't say much, just sat in silence, letting it be their language. Golden Disc Awards, 2017. When BTS received a major award, all eyes were on them. But the main camera didn't capture the moment after they left the stage, when Taehyung patted Jungkook's shoulder and whispered something that made Jungkook smile in relief. Some fans sitting near the stage claimed they heard Taehyung say, "We've come this far, Kook. I'm proud of you." A rainy concert night, 2019. There was a concert where heavy rain fell, making the stage slippery and the performance harder. In fan-recorded footage, Taehyung is seen watching Jungkook closely as he almost slipped several times. At one moment, after a song ended, Taehyung took Jungkook's hand and carefully led him off stage. No words were spoken, but their eyes said everything. When the pandemic kept them apart, 2020 to 2021. The pandemic drastically changed their schedules. Many performances were held online, and their interactions became less visible. But in one live broadcast, when Taehyung unexpectedly joined Jungkook, Jungkook's reaction was unmistakable, a wide smile rarely seen on camera. It was a short moment, but for ARMY who had been waiting, it felt like a precious gift. Back on stage, 2022. When offline concerts returned, many small Taekook interactions were caught on camera. Jungkook adjusting Taehyung's jacket before he stepped into formation, or Taehyung discreetly handing Jungkook a backup mic when his seemed to be malfunctioning. An almost unseen moment, 2023. One of the rarest moments happened backstage at an event. A staff camera accidentally caught Taehyung coming from behind, patting Jungkook's head with a small smile, then walking away. Jungkook just shook his head with a smile, as if it was an old habit only they understood. Emotional closing. There are millions of photos, videos, and stories about BTS out there. But small moments like these often get lost among the glittering stage lights and media attention. Taekook is not just two names often paired by fans. They are friends, brothers, and perhaps two of the few people who truly understand each other in a world that's too loud. And maybe that's why every time the camera captures them, ARMY's hearts always skip a beat.